Do you have any people that you knew personally that got scoped or drugged or anything like that?
Oh hell yeah! I know dudes that's been scoped, robbed, had their door kicked in, guns flying. All of that happens to dudes. I would say if you mess with street women and you don't know how to vet women and you don't know how to speak Spanish at all, you're pretty much open season out there. That's how it is in Colombia. So,
All right. So with that being said, you still want to live out there? What up, family? Today I got my man, the homies hub in the building.
in the building, in the flesh, Pattaya, Thailand. I don't know how to say it.
Cool, cool. So let's start right from the beginning, brother. Why'd you leave Colombia? Let's start right there.
I left Colombia because Colombia is denying a lot of expats their visas. Speculation over whatever happened with Trump and their president. Also, some of just what's going on inside their government. They're just making the visa process extra difficult. So most of the expats I know did not get their visas. As you guys know, I've been living in Colombia on and off for the past year, but I hit that point where I went over my 180 days and I had to leave.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a reason why it's too dangerous or you were
Nah,
getting scoped or anything like that.
nah, nothing to do. If
Right.
you know how to move out there, you can pretty much avoid 99% of those problems.
You should.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Did you date on Tinder?
I've used Tinder, yes, but the likeliness that I would actually really go through with meeting girls on Tinder is pretty low. Girls on Tinder are really dangerous. They're always up to something extra. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful using Tinder. But you could use Tinder. It's just you got to do a lot of precaution. If you're gonna use Tinder. So
Okay, okay. And did you have any people that you knew personally that got scoped or drugged or anything like that?
oh hell yeah! I know dudes that's been scoped, robbed, had their door kicked in, guns flying. All of that happens to dudes. I would say if you mess with street women and you don't know how to vet women and you don't know how to speak Spanish at all, you're pretty much open season out there. That's how it is in Colombia. So,
All right. So with that being said, you still want to live out there?
I would still live in Colombia because my personal experience is different. Like I take the time to actually get to know people, speak with some of the women. I never meet a girl off the street and bring her right to my house. That's something people do when they're on short-term stay. If you're there for a long time, you really want to vet the women you talk to, vet them to other women. But overall safety, I will say it is a little bit more dangerous than some of the places you're gonna go. So it's give and take.
Do you feel like it's more dangerous than New York?
No. And that's why I feel comfortable. I don't. Somebody opened fire in a closed train randomly one day in New York. That can happen 3 to 5 times a year. People jumping in the train stations. I just came from New York before I came here. They had shootings in my childhood park. In another park adjacent to my park, they shot some. They were shooting at some kids, missed, killed a little girl. Stuff like that doesn't happen in Colombia. Like not random shootings.
Okay. So what's the crazy incident you either witnessed or heard about while you was out there?
I think so far I know a dude that got set up by his girlfriend. Um, he wasn't physically there, but he had an apartment. She was in with another friend, and they kicked the door down, came through, guns flying, smashed up the Airbnb, and demanded a ransom, or they were gonna shoot her. But I think she just set him up, to have to pay that money, and that's kind of the bad thing about that part of the world is that you can be with someone and they'll still be setting you up, to try to cash out. So
Okay. So what would you suggest for guys to still date or just be extremely careful when they date out there? I mean, I lived in Colombia for 2 years. I didn't have any, well, Medellin to be exact. I didn't have any issues, but I know I was kind of part of a circle out there. Like I kind of ran with certain, people that own businesses and stuff like that. So I didn't date just random women for the most part. But what would you suggest?
I say this. I spoke about this on one of my videos. You have to have a heightened level of awareness when you're out there in Colombia, right? So, if your level of awareness is usually on a 3, it should probably be on a 5 when you're out there in Medellin. I wouldn't trust any girl that you meet. Really pay attention to where you meet some of these women. Learn the language. There's nothing that's going to protect you more and make your life more easier than learning how to say something in that language. You know what I mean? And be patient. You know, don't jump on the first girl you see. Take time to see a girl once or twice if you can. Even if you only there for a weekend, maybe catch her 1 hour and see what she's doing in another 3 hours. Don't just jump on the first girl you meet, because that's 99% of people's problem right there. Jump
Okay.
on the girl they meet.
Okay. And have you been to any other countries?
Yeah. So, popular to the misconception that I've only been to Colombia, I have been to Europe. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to London. I've been to Canada. I've been to Peru. Now we could say I've been to Thailand, which is good. I'm probably leaving one country off the list. But yeah, I've been to a couple countries.
All right. So what's your thoughts on the passport bros?
Passport, bro, the stigma. I don't like the stigma around it. I think men figured out, like, they learned how to travel basically and move around and find better opportunities for themselves globally. And instead of us trying to big it up, we're trying to tear it down. Just, another construct of just the matrix. But as to what it is, I think it's great. I think men being able to travel, go to different countries, experience different things, that's something that our ancestors never got to do. They can jump from one continent to the next continent, actually explore in their lifetime. So I think it's amazing. For me, it's been great. I've been learning a lot. I've been seeing the world. I don't. It's too much to talk about, really. It's just, get your passport. That's it.
Do you see some differences between women in the States and women overseas?
I mean, to be honest, women are going to be women regardless of how I see things. I can't say one is better than the other, or one is more submissive, or one is not more submissive. I would say there are some cultural differences. Like, there are some things that these women just do naturally because that's what's in their culture. That's how they were brought up, that you'll favor over some women in the States. So I would say that. And I think these women are a little bit more appreciative of men. Whether you could say it's because they need men or not, they appreciate men a little bit more overseas, I would say.
All right. And what would you tell guys that want to kind of live this lifestyle? Like, what would you suggest as far as putting themselves in a position to live overseas or travel overseas for long periods of time?
Get your money right. Make sure you have some type of source of income, something that's gonna sustain you. Do not be one of these people that travel and you don't know how you're gonna leave a country or where you're gonna sleep the next day. Right now, as an expat, the only thing I think about is how do I increase how much money I make per month, and how do I cut my costs? Is there something I'm paying for that I don't need? Okay, so how can I cut that out? I think money is the most important thing. Once you have money, then you can go into preparation. Where you're gonna live, how long you're gonna live with, if you're gonna have a certain budget, what kind of lifestyle you're gonna live. You wanna party every night, you want girl every night, you wanna focus, all of that comes down to just money and preparation.
All right, man. Shout out to Channel. Shout out to Channel, man.
Mosa from the Homies Hub. You can follow me at the Homies Hub. I post travel and entertainment content for the homies and for a lot of my homies that can't travel. So follow me, stay tuned. I got a lot of content dropping, a lot of Bangkok and retired content coming out. So it's all dope.
Attention, passport bros. Want to fund your travels while you're on the go? It's easier than ever. Earn cash through tips, paid posts, subscriptions, and affiliate links. All within our community. Multiple ways to stack your earnings. Track everything with our top-notch analytics dashboard. You'll always know what's coming in. Best part? You can withdraw your earnings straight to PayPal. Quick and easy. Sign up today, start earning, and fund those travels. Time to get paid, Passport Bro.